In this video, we're going to get up and running with a new GoPro camera. With the camera unboxed, open up the case and take the camera out of the case. In the box that the camera came in, you're going to find a battery. If you have a GoPro Hero, Hero Plus, or Hero Plus LCD, the battery is internal, so you can skip this step. But if you don't, you're going to slide the battery door open. It'll either be on the bottom or back of the camera and insert the battery. Now, you're going to find the USB cable, which is in the box, plug it into the camera, and then plug it into either any USB wall wart like an iPhone charger or into a computer. The red light will come on, it'll be solid, and that means that your camera is now charging. To get shooting with your GoPro camera, you're going to need an SD card. The GoPro does not include an SD card in the box. You are going to need to purchase one separately. The GoPro requires a fairly high speed and high capacity card. It takes the same kind of SD cards, a micro SD card that you find in most smartphones. I would recommend at least a 32 gigabyte Class 10 card for your first SD card for your GoPro camera. The fastest way to get your GoPro set up and keep it up to date is via the GoPro app. This can be downloaded from either the Android or Apple App Store. After you download the app, you'll be prompted to set up and pair your GoPro with your phone. This can be done easily following the on-screen prompts, which are in the app. A GoPro has two primary buttons. On the front, you'll find the power mode button, which can be used to turn the camera on, change modes, and scroll through menus. If this button is held, the camera will power down. The second button is found on the top of the button. This is the shutter select button. This button will start and stop recording and can be used to select and change menu items when they're highlighted. If you have a GoPro Hero 4, you have a third button on the side of the camera, known as the highlight tag button. While recording, pushing this button will highlight or set a marker in your video footage, so when editing later in GoPro Studios, you'll be able to easily pick your favorite shots and pick that point out of the footage. When not recording, pushing this button will bring up the quick settings menu, allowing you to easily and quickly change recording settings. When your camera's finished charging and once you've got an SD card inserted, press the power mode button once to boot up the camera. The camera will boot up into video mode, which is the default mode of the camera. If you would like to change the recording mode, you can push the power mode button again, and you will scroll through the different recording options. To start recording, push the shutter select button. The camera will beep once. The red light on the camera will start blinking. Pushing the shutter select button again will stop recording. To change the recording resolution, tap the highlight tag button, then use the power mode button to scroll down until you get to resolution. Once resolution is highlighted, check the shutter select button until you get to 1080p 60 FPS. This is the go-to recording mode for me whenever I start recording, and if you're first time with a GoPro camera, you should use this recording resolution as well. To exit the quick settings menu, tap the highlight tag button again. There are many different mounts that work with your GoPro camera. The adhesive mounts, which it comes with, are non-reusable but incredibly sticky and stick to almost anything. Attaching one of the long extension bars to your GoPro camera is a great way to make a simple handle for your first few shots with your camera and will keep your hands away from the lens. Now, you're probably looking for something to shoot and mount your GoPro to. If you have a pet, the wide-angle lens on the GoPro will make them look super cute. Get the camera close to their face and start recording. You're going to get some amazing shots. You could also try switching to photo to take some great photos of them. If you've got snow on the ground, you should go outside, get a GoPro head strap, or somehow mount your GoPro to your head, even freehold it or tripod mounted, and get some shots of the snowball fight. During this time, you're going to want to move the camera between as many different people involved as possible, as well as getting some wide shots of all the action. This way, in post, you're going to be able to stitch them all together and make it look like you've got a really epic multi-camera setup, even though you only have one camera. Ideas like this and concepts of moving the camera between many different shooting locations is something you're going to want to keep in mind for all of your activities. Your goal is to shoot as many different creative shots as possible, so later in post you can put them all together and get a really, really interesting edit. Think back to the cool GoPro footage you've seen. They don't sit on one angle for the entire video. They jump between different angles, all shot with the GoPro camera. So try moving your camera around and getting different shots. GoPros are awesome because you can put them anywhere and take them everywhere. The creativity of your shots is limited only by your imagination. Get out there and have fun. If you've enjoyed this video, you should check out a link down in the video description to the must-have accessories for the new GoPro Owner. But most of all, thanks for watching and happy holidays.